Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here and welcome to Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I do this every week with my girl Kat. We've been doing this for a long time. We sit down, get ready for our day, and just chit chat about what comes to mind. I did get a couple new palettes that I bought on sale because they are going to be discontinued. Last time I looked, they were still available, but I got the Nomad Orient Express and the Nomad, what is this? Cartagena Magica. So I'm not sure which one we're going to use. Maybe we'll use both. I don't know. We'll see. But stick around. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for sticking around and wanting to hang out with me for a little bit. I appreciate all the love and support on my channel. It truly means a lot to me. All right, so let's look at the Nomad Orient Express palette. That's what this one looks like. That's so pretty, you guys. So we've got that choice. And then we've got the Cartagena Magica. And that's what this one looks like. I'm not sure which one I want to use. Let me give these a little look-see here. It is like, what is today? Is September 8th. So we're getting into the fall season. So maybe we'll save the Orient Express for another time. I'll sit that back there. And then we will use the Cartagena Magica. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. All right, so let's get into this. Let me prep my lids right now with my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white. Oh no, where's my flat brush? Did I move it? Did I not put it back? Oh, there it is, the little paintbrush. All right, guys, so where to begin? Oh, I did use my Unique Touch Glorious. This is mattifying face primer. I used that. I also sprayed a little bit of the Prep and Prime Fix Plus after I did my skincare this morning, of course. And then I put a little bit of the lip injection from Too Faced on. It really doesn't hurt. There's like a little bit of a tingle, but that's it. Not too bad. Okay, so where do I begin? Okay, so my son went to that hiring event that I was telling you guys about. He got hired and he's been waiting for a call. And so I guess he had talked to his dad and his dad was like, well, call him. So he called them the other day and left a message. And then my ex called me yesterday when I was dropping Tish off after our hike. He called me and said that they're calling him in regards to my son's position. And I'm like, why are they calling you? He's like, don't yell at me. I'm not yelling at you. It's like, I'm just frustrated. You know what I mean? There's a bug flying around here. I'm just frustrated because that's the second time that they've contacted him in regards to my son. And I don't understand why they're doing that, because my son filled out all the paperwork and he has his phone number on it. So why are they calling my ex-husband? Because my ex-husband also too is trying to get a job where I work. So because I'm assuming because they both have the same name that they're getting their information mixed up, because my ex-husband is telling them I wasn't an instant hire. I didn't go to the hiring event. So finally, I called them yesterday myself to try and find out what was going on, and they were like, well, we need your son to call. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll have him call when I get home. So he called them yesterday, and now he has an appointment to go in and turn in his packet, which will be the day that this video actually goes up. He would have already gone in and turned in all of his paperwork, and hopefully he'll have a start date, you know, after he turns everything in. But I knew this would happen someday. I knew this would happen. Them having the same freaking names would cause issues someday, because you know what I'm saying? It just does. And then he put in for a change of address because he was having his mail come to my house. So he put in for a change of address, and the mailman comes today to drop off mail and says, you wanted to put in for a change of address? And I said, no, I didn't. My ex-husband did. He's all, so you still want, yes, I still want my mail to come here. I don't understand. Like, if he's saying that he wants his mail forwarded, why would they? Because, and this is what is frustrating, is because there's a couple times that there's stuff from my son's school, his online school, that I was supposed to get. And I don't know how long that my ex-husband was holding on to that stuff before I finally got it. Because when he got in his accident and I went down there, he gave me, after he got out of the hospital, and I took my son down there for a couple times for the weekend, he gave me like paperwork that he had from the school. And I'm thinking to myself, how long have you had this? When did they send this to you? Why wouldn't you tell me that you got this? Because that's information that I need. So now I'm concerned that any mail that I'm supposed to get is going to go to him, and that he's not going to tell me that he got it, or something that comes here that's supposed to come here for my son. Because I told the mailman, I said, there's a junior and there's a senior. So if it's Junior or Renee, it comes here. It doesn't get forwarded. So I don't know. This is just bonkers to me, man. It's almost like just keep this as your fucking mailing address. Pardon my French. I'm just irritated. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to not get my mail because he put in a change of address. You know, I could have important information that's coming, and this is screwing everything up. Like, you're messing with my son's job in a sense, because they've been trying to get a hold of him for like 3 or 4 days. Well, maybe 3 days, 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 days that they've been trying to get in touch with my son, and they can't get in touch with him because they're calling the wrong person, because their names are exactly the same. Just one's a senior and one's a junior. Like, it makes me nervous now that they have the same name, and now that my son's getting older, and I'm nervous, and it really makes me nervous that he put in that change of address now, because now I'm afraid that there's going to be mail that is supposed to come here that's not going to come here, that's going to go to him. And you know, that it frustrates me. It really frustrates me, and I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go to the post office and, you know, talk to them about it. I honestly don't know what to do. All right, so I'm going to go into, I can't read that word. I'll pop it up here what color I'm going into. Outro. It's in a different language, Renee. You're not going to be able to read it. Don't even try. It's an orange, the end of the middle row. I'll just pop it up in the screen so you guys can see which color I'm using. And I'm using my Singe Beauty E05 brush to lay it down. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, and like for him to say, like, don't yell at me. It's not that I'm yelling at you. I'm just speaking out of frustration, not at you, at the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people can't differentiate between you being upset at them and yelling at them, and you just speaking in frustration about the situation that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? There's a huge difference, in my opinion. I'm not mad at you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just like questioning them in what they're doing, not you, them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna let that alone. And then I talked to, so when I got in my car accident, the person that hit me had insurance, and the person that owned the car she was driving had insurance, and the actual vehicle owner's insurance is handling the case and everything. So I've been trying to figure all of this, you know, out to get my settlement, you know what I mean? And so I called her yesterday and spoke with her about what to do, and, you know, about the offer that they made me, because they gave me a certain offer that is a for sure, and then there's another offer that would be a reimbursement for any medical expenses that I put out. So I called my insurance company today to find out like what I need to do, and I explained to them, you know, I was in a car accident at the end of June. They asked me some questions and everything, and I told them, I said, like, he was saying something about if the other insurance company is taking, like, paying your bills and stuff like that. I said, they're not, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't know what's going on. They're not. They're saying that I need to give them, like, a copy of what everything has costed, and they'll reimburse me. You know what I mean? So in the end, he sent me, like, this stuff. And so I logged in and I was looking, and I can view some of the stuff that I've had, like, my physical therapy is on there. My doctor's visit that I paid for is there. My prescription refills that I got are there. There's a few things there. But, like, there's some that say pending, that it's like a claim or something. So I'm like, so are they going after State Farm for that part of it, and the other stuff is what I need to get reimbursed? Like, I don't understand this, you guys. Like, I'm really thinking that maybe I should just hire that lawyer and have the lawyer do it for me, because, like, I don't know I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know if the insurance company is paying for the, like, emergency room visit itself and the trip in the ambulance, because I can't, there's certain things I can't view. So if I can't get those copies to send to them for reimbursement, but I didn't pay a copay or anything when I went to the emergency room, so I don't know, is the emergency room going after the insurance for that part of it? Like, I don't know. I'm so confused right now. And when he was talking to me on the phone, it wasn't helping me. It was making me even more confused. And so now I'm like, I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know what to do, man. I'm like getting overwhelmed and irritated, and it's like sometimes I'm like, I should have just taken the payout, but then I'm like, no, because what if I have something come up and I'm responsible for it because I didn't do it the right way? I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot. All right, so I'm going to go into the second row, the middle color. I don't know. I'll just show you. This shade is what I just put on. This shade is what I'm going to go into to kind of blend everything out. So let's do that. It's just getting overwhelming. It's getting really overwhelming. And I still don't have the payout from my insurance company on my car. And I have been contacting them. I send email after email after email. And then finally, the, like, I don't know, the guy that goes out and looks at your car, the adjuster guy, he finally got in touch with me. I can't remember what day it was, but he sent an email and he said that, because I had sent an email to him and he finally responded, and he was like that it was paid last week. And I was like, huh? So then I contacted my insurance lady that I deal with, and she said it wasn't paid last week, that they're still working on it, and that hopefully by Friday, which is today. Today's Friday the 8th. So she was like, hopefully by today. And still not in my account, because it's really cool. They just get your phone number, and as long as you're signed up for Zelle, they just Zelle it to your account. So it's not in my account. But, like, I had to make my first car payment. My mortgage is due. You know what I mean? It's like, you guys are really effing with my life right now, you know, by taking your sweet time. Like I didn't just wipe out my savings to get a new car because you guys haven't done your part and gotten me what I needed. Like, it took them 2 weeks just to get the adjuster out to look at my car. And then it took another week for them to tell me that it was completely totaled. And then by that time, I'm still waiting for all of this stuff. Like, I only had the rental car for so long, and I didn't want to have to pay out of pocket for the rental car. So I had to go get a new car, you know what I mean? But I was hoping to have my payout on my car before I went to get the new one, because I wanted to use that for the down payment on my new car. Instead, I had to completely wipe out my savings, which I'm just freaking overwhelmed, guys. Just freaking overwhelmed. I just want this all to be over with. I just want my money, what is fair, and I want to move on with my life and forget this ever happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just overwhelming, overwhelming. All right, so now I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to put it all over my lid. I had to get these palettes, you guys. They were, what, like 20 bucks a piece? So it was $40 for 2 palettes. And then they, like, I waited because I ordered them when I was over visiting my dad. I ordered them, and I waited and waited, and they never showed up. So I reached out to Nomad, and I was like, I haven't gotten like a shipping notification that it's being sent or anything, like, you know, just to kind of see what was going on. And so she messaged me back, because I messaged her on Instagram. She messaged me back and told me to send my information to this email. So I did. And then the next day, dude, she got back to me and she said that I guess my package got like lost or something. So they sent out a new order, and I actually had it within, I don't even know. It was pretty quick though. It was pretty quick. Like Nomad, man, they're the bee's knees, you guys. They really are. Their customer service is like bar none. Like she probably didn't have to do all of that, you know what I'm saying? But she did. And she got me my palettes pretty quickly. So like, if there's any brand that I want to support, like for real, it's Nomad. And I hope with everything in me that they come to the Pacific Northwest to do a destination palette here, because I just think they would knock it out of the park. I think it would just be stunning, because there is so much up here that they could do with a palette. I just know it. You know what I mean? Like, there's greens and blues and oranges, and we have the changes of the seasons and the evergreen trees, and it's the Emerald City, and you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just like the sky's the limit in a palette that they could do with this area, you know? And then there's the sea life and just so much. The mountains, you know what I mean? Like the snow-capped mountains, the volcanoes, the ocean, you know, like there's just so much there's so much they could do here. I just know it. I just know it. And I just hope that someday they'll make a trip this way. And it's so exciting, you guys. Should I tell you? Should I tell you? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm so freaking excited. Okay, so Jan Van. I'm just going to tell you guys because I can't keep a secret to myself. And I'm super excited. And it was posted on her community tab anyway, so there's a lot of people that already know. But if you don't know, Jan Van, I'll leave her linked down below or in the end screen, or I'll leave her linked somewhere where you can go check her out. But she's a huge Nomad Cosmetics fan. And she gets PR from them, but she still wants to support Nomad. So whenever she gets a palette in PR, she does a giveaway as well for that palette. So she got the, what was the new one? Like, I'm so flustered right now. I can't even, the Ghost Town USA palette, she got that one. And she did a giveaway. The winner did not contact her, so she had to draw another winner. And I had commented on her video this morning, because I usually, when I get up in the morning, especially on my work days when I'm getting ready for work, I have my phone set up here and I'm watching videos, and you know, usually I'll watch her, Jean, Mary, just a bunch of channels. I just go through my notifications and just watch everybody's videos while I'm getting ready. Well, today I was watching some videos while I was just chilling, and I commented on her video, and then she commented back and said that, I don't know if you know, but the winner for the palette didn't contact me. She drew another winner. I'm the winner. That she posted it and she tagged me on her community tab post, but I never got the notification that I was tagged. So I never saw it because I watched the video where she picked the winner and it wasn't me. You know what I mean? So like, sometimes I don't get notifications. It's like with opinionated horsewoman Steph. Like, I'll comment on her videos, and like for the longest time I will watch her videos and comment, right? And I was thinking, like, she never comments back, right? So I would go to her videos and I started going through looking at my comments that I leave, because when you go to somebody's video and you click on it, when you pull it up, it'll pull up your comment, the first one, even though there's a lot of other, I don't know if that's like a thing with YouTube that like if you're going into somebody's channel, it'll pull up your comment first so that you can see it. But I would look, and she's actually replying to my comments, and I'm just not getting the notification for it. So I'm like, what in the Sam hell is going on here? So I won the Ghost Town USA palette from Nomad, and I'm so stoked about it, you guys. You have no idea, because I wanted that palette so bad. I just couldn't afford to get it right now because of all the BS that I'm going through with my car and getting paid out and everything. So I'm stoked. I'm freaking stoked. Thank you so much, Jan. I know my name just happened to pop up, but still exciting, and thank you so much for having the giveaway so that I could have a chance to win it, because I'm stoked about it. I can't wait to get that palette and do a look with it. I'm just beyond ecstatic, you guys. What else can I talk about? So Junior's going to be starting his job. We're probably going to take him in next week to try his written test to see if we can get him his permit. My ex-husband is going to be coming to get this bed on the 25th. So I got, I don't know, a couple weeks, I guess, or a week and a half to get all of my junk from underneath the bed and move everything out. So when he comes, he can just take the bed. Why am I giving it to him? Because it's his bed. He picked it out. He wanted it. I never wanted this big honking bed, and I would like to get it out of here, and then I can like move stuff around in here and paint my walls and get like, I want to get like one of those day bed things, you know, because I don't really need that big of a bed. You know, a twin would be perfectly fine with me, but then I can really set this up. You know, I want to get rid of my old crappy falling apart dressers, get rid of those and get a couple new dressers, and just, I want to make this room me, you know what I mean? And right now it's not completely me. There's still pieces of him here because I guess I've been lazy, not lazy, but just not wanting to deal with it. And I'm telling you guys, it's one of those electric freaking beds, and it weighs a ton. Like, I told him when he came over to look at it, because like, again, you know, he blocked me and everything, but he still manages to find reasons to have to be in contact with me. But I really just want this bed out of here, and if he's gonna take it, then take it, you know what I mean? Like, it was his bed anyway, and I'm just not that type of person. You know, you bought it, you can have it. I don't want anything to do with it, you know. I don't know why I didn't get rid of it a long time ago, except for that I didn't know how, you know. I can't take that thing apart, and I don't really have anybody that can help me. Now, what do I want to do? Should I do my foundation? Let's do my foundation. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild. This is the Dewy Photo Focus. What shade is this? Light medium. It looks really light, but I think when I put it on, it's not that bad. But I love Wet n Wild foundation. It's one of my favorites. So I've been watching like a lot of, I don't know, I like to watch a lot of different things. You know what I mean? I watch true crime. I watch some drama videos. I watch makeup videos. I watch vlog videos. I think I've got like something right there. I don't know if that's a bug bite or a freaking pimple, but that is frustrating. Did I tell you I used my e.l.f. brow lift and then used the Gimme Brow from Benefit to do my brows? If not, I just told you. But I watch a lot of different things. You know what I mean? I watch, like I said, there's true crime channels that I really like to watch. There's makeup, vlogs, haul videos. You know, I try to watch everybody on Mask, as many people as I can on Mask Monday, but I'm one person and I only have so many hours in a day. You know, I watch when I can. I try to do it as fair as I can. You know, if you're on my notification, then I go through the notifications and watch like that. You know, like that's just the only way that I can, you know, keep up as best as I can. You know, it works for me. But I watch a lot of, you know, all the stuff going on with the like the 8 passengers and the what's her name, the what is her name, the Ballinger lady, Colleen Ballinger. So I've been watching a lot of that just because it, like, you know, it's like you have things that you like to watch that are of interest to you, and you kind of like why do people like to watch true crime? You know, when it's kind of like some people don't understand it, and it's just like, it's interesting to me. Not like in a, I don't know how to say it to where people won't like think that I don't know. It's just, it's interesting to me. The history and like why people do the things that they do and stuff like that. And, you know, so the thing about it is like, I don't know. It's like so hard because there's one drama channel that I watch and I really like that channel a lot. So I watch it a lot, you know, because I like this person. I like the way this person I just enjoy their video. And there are a lot of things that I agree with that, you know, they talk about, you know, like their opinions like align with me in a lot of ways. But they've been going through like a really hard time because the whole thing is like pretty serious, you know what I mean? But he talks about like James Charles, and when he started talking about the Colleen Ballinger thing, he started talking about, you know, James Charles, because James Charles is kind of like, I don't know, kind of been in the drama, you know, he's done some not so, you know, good things, you know, just like kind of Colleen has not done such great things, you know what I mean? Like, people, like, it seems like there's people out there that kind of misuse their platforms. It's almost like in politics and stuff like that, there's certain people that they get that power and they get that power and that money, and it changes. That bug is going to drive me bananas. It changes who they are. And maybe they weren't always that person, but because they got lucky to be a part of this type of life, you know, with money and houses and cars and stuff, like they kind of lose sight of where they came from, and they use their power for not such good things. You know what I'm saying? Like they use it in a negative type of way. And like he talks about how if you follow people, like if you're Like if you're a bigger creator and something happens with somebody, I'm using my, oops, the little poofy poof fell out. I'm using my Fit Me, and this is 120 Classic Ivory powder. That there's like these big makeup influencers, right? And then somebody gets involved in drama, and these people still continue to follow them. And what he tries to say is that he calls these people out, because if you are a bigger influencer and you have a bigger following and people that look up to you and like kind of idolize you in a way because of your talent, and you know, they're, or for whatever reason, they're drawn to you and your channel, so they watch your content. And so somebody does something and you follow that person and you like things that they do, that your big following will see that. Where is my LYS? There it is. LYS bronzer. That your followers will look at you and see you following this problematic person that has done things that they haven't really been held accountable for. And they think, well, if this person is following them, then they must not be so bad, and what they did must not have been so bad. And it's like crazy, because like people, we all make mistakes. We all do wrong things, you know, and it's not always easy to admit when we do something wrong. And sometimes even with me, you know, like I'll make a mistake and somebody calls me out on my mistake, and I don't necessarily say, oh yeah, I did that, I'm sorry, blah, 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 you know, like I just kind of learn from it and just kind of move on. Not that, because it's hard to own up to it, you know, and admit, and it's easier to just like, I got called out, okay, I messed up, now I just got to be more aware of it in the future and not do it again, you know, because I can't imagine the pressure these people feel to be a certain way, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly don't think I would ever want to be that big of an influencer ever, because I don't want people using my words against me, you know? Like, when I talk about stuff that happened to me when I was a kid, I might not always get everything perfect when I'm talking about it, you know what I mean? Because I'm 50 years old. I can remember situations and things that happen in my life, but I can't remember exactly maybe how it is. Or like maybe I'll talk about it, and then once I'm done talking about it, I remember something else. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to keep things straight. So like I wouldn't want to like say something about something that happened in my life and it would have been wrong, and then somebody like call me out on it, because my intention was never to lie about what happened. It's just I maybe forgot some information or remembered it a little wrong, and then kind of it came back to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's videos I've done talking about my childhood, which the basic gist of the things is true, what happened, but like maybe little details about the situations weren't exactly right. I don't know if this is making sense. I'm kind of going all over the place right now, really. But it's sad to see when people want to come at you for having your own opinion and looking at things a certain way. Like, just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean it's wrong. And just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing here? I'm going to use this little Rare Beauty blush and just tap a little. But everybody is entitled to their opinion, and you don't have to like, if you don't like them and you don't agree with them, then why are you watching them? Why do you want to be on somebody's channel and watch their videos, like, and then tear them apart in the comments, or like Like, I just don't understand, because they don't agree with you, or like a lot of people are getting mad because he's calling out people that they like, you know? And I kind of left a comment and was like, you know, maybe people are getting like butthurt because they feel like it's indirectly coming at them, even though it's not. But it's like, if you call somebody problematic, if you're saying that somebody, how do I put this? If you're saying that somebody is problematic because they follow somebody that's problematic, but you follow that person that's following the other person, then maybe you're just as bad of a person as they are because you like that person and you want to continue to follow them. So maybe indirectly they're feeling like they're being attacked because somebody that they like is being attacked. You know what I mean? It's like, even though we don't know these people personally, we can still feel a bond with them. You know, like if they talk about something that we can relate to, then we feel a connection. We feel like we're not so much alone. You know, like if somebody talks about postpartum depression or addiction issues or whatever it is, you know, if you're somebody that can relate to that, then you don't feel so alone, because there's people, you're seeing somebody that is kind of famous in your eyes, you know what I mean? And to a lot of people they are, like, especially in the same communities, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people know who Manny MUA is. A lot of people know who Laura Lee is. A lot of people know who James Charles is. A lot of people know who, you know, Raw Beauty Christie is. Like, you watch these people, you know, a lot of people know who, maybe not like a lot of people, but a lot of people know who Heather Austin and Angie is. You know what I mean? Like, you know who these, and we all watch them together, and we all feel like a connection with them for one reason or another. You know, maybe it's the makeup that they like or the looks that they do, but we don't really know them like in person, you know what I mean? But I feel like, I'm gonna use this Cocoa Rose, that like if you hear somebody like if I heard somebody talking really bad about I don't know, I'm just trying to use examples. I'm using these two pink colors right here and just kind of dabbing them together. So for instance, okay, I really enjoy Raw Beauty Christie and her videos. I always have. I've been watching her for a while now, you know what I mean? So I really enjoy her. And there's things that she talks about that I can relate to, but I don't know her as a person. I mean, she seems like a really nice person and really relatable and down to earth, but like in the grand scheme of things, I don't really know her, you know what I mean? I just know what she puts out online. So like, I'm not going to get butthurt or feel personally attacked if somebody has something negative to say about her. She's not everybody's cup of tea, and there might be things that she does that other people don't agree with. And that's okay. They're allowed to have their opinion just like I'm allowed to have mine, and I don't feel the need to go attack them, because them saying what they're saying is not an attack on me. I'm a good person. I know who I am, and if you're comfortable with who you are, then it shouldn't matter to you what somebody's opinion of somebody that you like is. You know what I mean? And I feel like attacking people is just, that's what's wrong with the world today, is that people cannot have their own opinions without, and have grown-up conversations about it, you know what I mean? Like, without getting angry or whatever, you know? Like, you can get your point across without being nasty about it, you know what I mean? Like, you're entitled to your opinion just as much as somebody else's, and you want to be able to put your opinion out there, but you don't want other people to put their opinions out there because it doesn't align with yours, and that doesn't make sense. If you're allowed to have your opinion about something, then why aren't they allowed to have their opinion about it? You know, it's all in, people always tell me, like, because I can be very passionate, and some people take my passion as anger, and it's not anger. It's not it. And then I do get a little irritated when people take it that way, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I was meaning, you know? And so that's another thing. It's other people's perception. I mean, it can be your delivery and the way you're putting it out there, but it can also be some people just hear and see what they want to, even if that wasn't the intention. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm, for instance, like if I'm correcting my son on something and he gets mad at me, or if I'm correcting somebody at work and they feel like I'm attacking them, and so then they get a certain way, or my son gets a certain way, and then I feel like he's attacking me because he's getting upset at me because I'm saying something to him, like, and then I kind of get on the defensive. So it can turn into that. But if I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm just all over the place right now. I just feel like there needs to be a little more compassion and understanding and room for people to have their own opinions. And if you don't like the way somebody is or their opinions, then just don't watch them. You know what I mean? And if you see a video title and it's something that you know is not going to be painting somebody that you like in the most positive light, then don't watch it, because why would you want to get yourself riled up like that? You know what I mean? Like, if it's something I don't want to hear, then I just avoid it, because I don't want to be frustrated, but I think that we need to have a little more compassion and understanding in this world, and like people staying in their own lane. If you don't like something, then don't be around it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like somebody, then don't be around them. Find the people that you vibe with and be with them. And I don't know. I don't know if I make any sense. It's just like I've been watching a lot of this stuff unfold, and it's just been making me think a lot, like I don't understand why people have to be so judgmental and nasty. It makes no sense to me. And then if you don't, why? And I think I've talked about this in videos before. I don't understand why people feel the need to watch somebody that they don't like just so that they can pick them apart in the comments and argue with them. It's like when Heather Austin will talk about makeup, and she'll say it's not that serious. If you like something that I don't like, then I love that for you. And she'll always say that, and that's the truth. Just because she likes something that I don't like, does that mean I have to like be nasty to her about it and be like, well, I think it's blah blah blah, and like argue with her in the comments about it? Like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we have different lives, we have different skin, we have different hair, there's like, in everything, we're just completely different people. So there are things that are going to work for her that aren't going to work for me, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that people need to, crap on things or companies, because, but at the same time, people don't need to take offense to it. Like, I used to kind of get frustrated when people would talk about Makeup Revolution, because the way that they would talk about it was like it's crap products and stuff like that. And it's like, but I use that stuff, so like, what does that mean about me? You know what I mean? Like, I turn it into something personal, and it's not. They just don't personally like that makeup. I do. It works for me. I love Makeup Revolution. I've never had an issue with it. So to each their own. Like, if other people don't like it, that's fine. Like, why do I need to take it personally when they're ripping it up? I just don't personally feel the need to, like, say something is like super crappy. I'll just be like, I just don't like this. You know what I mean? It's not working for me. I don't feel like I need to like be super nasty about it or tear it apart or say it's a crap product or this is horrible. There's some products that I've used and I just, maybe it was just that palette. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not the whole brand. Maybe it was just that palette. I've had a couple palettes that, like for Okalon, I got some palettes in Ice Cream Beauty, and they were like pastel-y ones. And I didn't really like those palettes too much. Not that I didn't like them, they didn't kind of give me the eye look that I was looking for when I used them. But Ice Cream Beauty has sent other Okalon products that I did really like, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really the brand, it was just those particular palettes that didn't speak to me or my wants and needs, you know? So I don't know, it's easy for me to kind of use makeup as an analogy for, like, which could be an analogy for anything in life, you know? I got into it with my dad, not like an argument or anything, but like we were talking about something, which I won't really get into details on here, but we were both being very passionate about what we were talking about, and I understood his side of things, but I felt like, because I told him, I said, I know where you're coming from. I hear what you're saying, but listen to me and listen to what I'm saying and what my argument is. Because I wasn't defending or going against what he was saying. I was just trying to put my take on it. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like he was hearing my side. He was like only hearing what he wanted to hear, you know, and it was getting a little frustrating for me. And my sister was laughing at me. She's like, you're so passionate. It's so funny. And I said, you know, and that's what I love about my sister, is that she sees that it's not anger or irritation, that it's just passion about what I'm talking about. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just trying to make you hear me, and at least, because I can see both sides. I can say, oh, I understand that. And then I can look over here and say, I understand that too. I can kind of see both sides. And there was one time I did a video, and I can't remember exactly what it was. And we were in it was a premiere, so it had to have been a Get Ready With Me Wednesday. And I was talking about something, and there was somebody in the comments, like in the chat, and she was kind of being nasty to me about it, you know? And she's like, maybe it was about Johnny Depp. I can't remember, but she was like, take a side. I don't want to take a side. I don't want to take a side. I can see both sides. I want to make everybody understand each other's. Can you understand where they're coming from? Yeah, I can understand where they're coming from. Can you understand where they're coming from? Yeah, I can understand where they're coming from, but you still feel the way you feel about what you feel. You know what I mean? Like, but just try to understand. It's like people being afraid of heights. Some people aren't afraid of heights and some people are. Like, if somebody isn't, like, my ex-husband is not afraid of heights, but I am. And so when we went to the Grand Canyon, he kind of got mad at me when I started getting scared and upset and crying because we were going to go out on the skywalk. And I kind of told him, I was like, have you never been afraid of anything in your life? So it's like, you have to find something that you feel that passionate about and understand that is exactly what this other person is feeling about it. So if you're super afraid of the dark, you know what I mean, and you have to sleep with a nightlight on, understand that's the same way I feel about heights in certain situations. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing, it's just different things, you know? So, or like an MRI, going into an MRI machine, like, for some people might look at it and be like, why are you getting all freaking worked up about an MRI? It's just a test, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but I'm a little claustrophobic when I'm in there. So think about something you're afraid of. So, like, maybe I'm claustrophobic and I'm not afraid of heights, and you're afraid of heights, and I can't understand why you're afraid of heights, and you can't understand why I'm afraid of a little MRI machine. I feel the same way about the MRI machine, that you do about heights. So you have to find something that you feel that way about so that you can understand what the other person is feeling. Because at the end of the day, you can't help how you feel. We're all individuals and we all have certain comfort levels, and we can't change that. You know, like, there's certain things that I wish sometimes that I wasn't so passionate and got worked up about things, but I can't help it because I feel strongly about what I feel strong about. And I feel like we have to be a little more understanding, and we have to try to find something that we feel as strongly about as somebody else does. So maybe somebody dislikes somebody as much as you love them, but there's something about that person that doesn't vibe with them, and that's okay. Like, and maybe they don't necessarily not like that person, they just don't like certain things that they've done, therefore they can't, you know what I mean? Like, I've had people in my life that did a lot of drugs and stuff, you know, and they're not bad people. They're actually really good people, you know, but what they do makes them make bad decisions, which means that I have to cut them out of my life, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody is big into addiction, and their addiction makes them do things that they wouldn't do normally, you have to put that, you have to put that distance. You know what I mean? Because you have to protect yourself. Because you don't want to be taken advantage of, you know what I mean? Like, hopefully that makes sense, you know? Like, I have a cousin, and I love him dearly, but he's made some decisions in his life, and, you know, he's called me a couple times, you know, like, he wanted to bring a car or something to put in my backyard, and I was like, I had to tell him no. Like, I would love to help you out, but I can't, you know what I mean? Because I don't know whose car that is, where it came from, if it's got papers, if it's stolen, you know, I don't know. I would like to trust him, but I can't, because he's very much into his addiction. And so I just used the Candy Floss Super Shock highlighter from ColourPop I got in my Bizy Beauty Customs to, I feel like I need to blend that out a little more. But you know what I mean? I love him, and I would love to help him, but he's gotta fix himself first, you know what I mean? He's got to be a better person and want a better life for himself, and he's gonna have to earn a lot of trust back, you know, that he's lost because of things that he's done in his life and decisions that he's made. Doesn't mean he's a bad person, you know. I just have to protect me and my family, you know what I mean? All right, now I'm gonna take this highlighter right here, and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner. And this video is like gonna be super long, guys. Super sorry. Super sorry. But I guess I had a lot to say today, and I gotta go to the grocery store when I'm done here. It's like 2 o'clock. I gotta go to the grocery store because we're having like a work picnic thing tomorrow, and I have to make some baked mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna take it to a friend of mine's because she doesn't work tomorrow, and she's gonna take it to the party for me. Now I need to do my lips. Gerard Cosmetics. I really like this lip liner. It's just a real light tint, and then when I use this, I kind of just put gloss on. But I think we all need to stop getting angry at people who don't feel the same as we do, and just find your common ground, you know, Michaela. And talk about what you guys agree on and avoid anything that you don't. You know what I mean? Watch stuff that makes you happy, not stuff that makes you angry and irritated and makes you want to lash out, you know? I watch what makes me happy and what I like. And if I'm watching something and I'm getting frustrated about it, then I click off the video. You know what I mean? Oh, it's gone. Almost. No, there's still some in there. Why isn't it coming out? Ooh, that feels good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm watching a video or watching somebody that I like, and they start talking about something that I don't necessarily agree with or that I don't like, then I just stop watching the video. You know what I mean? Because I can't I can't physically do that to myself because it makes my blood boil. You know what I mean? Like, because not even like my blood boil. It just like, I don't agree with it. And so I can't watch it because it makes that passion well up in me. And I don't always like feeling that way. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's my video for today, and we're almost at an hour. I'm sorry. Luckily, it'll be a premiere, right? So we can just be chit-chatting down in the comments. But that's my look for today using my Cartagena Magica palette from Nomad Cosmetics, and I freaking love it, you guys. I love Nomad so much, and yeah. Them and Blend Bunny are two companies that I really enjoy supporting. Like, and you know, Ice Cream Beauty is a company I really enjoy supporting, and I really enjoy Gourmande Girls as well. I've just, like, lately, I've had to be very careful about my purchases because I have way too much makeup, and like I said, you know, waiting on this payout on my car. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me and listen to me kind of, you know, chit chat. And I'm not trying to like be a negative Nelly or bring anybody down. I wish everybody could try to see the other side just a little bit. And maybe people wouldn't be so hateful toward each other all the time. That's just how I feel about it, you know. I just think there needs to be a little more love and compassion and understanding in the world, and I think that's the problem, is people are so adamant about their side that they don't even want to give a chance to try and see the other side of things. But thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks, Kat, for another week. I love you so much. You mean a lot to me. You all do. Yeah, if you're new here, hopefully if you stuck around long enough, you'll go down below, hit that subscribe button, join the family. We would love to have you here. Turn off the notification bell. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Say hi. Let me know that you stopped by. Kat will be linked on the end screen and down below. So make sure you go over and show her some love. She's amazing. I adore her. I love her so much. And she might have something special in that video, in today's video. So yeah, go check her out and show her some love. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. I hope you all take care, stay safe, find your inner peace, and let's all be better. Let's all try to be better, because everybody needs a little more love and light in their life. So with that being said, hopefully I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.